I just filmed this entire video, like 30 minutes worth, and it was all out of focus. So first piece of advice, make sure your camera isn't autofocused because that'll save you some time. But anyways, welcome to today's video. Today I'm just going to be sharing all of my tips and tricks for starting a YouTube channel, making money on YouTube, growth, all of that fun stuff. So if you guys have any questions about the whole process, hopefully this video will answer those for you. I remember when I first started my channel, I was looking everywhere for just some type of how-to guide or manual that would kind of just tell me what to do, and I didn't find that. I was kind of just clueless. So I'm just going to share everything that I've learned along the way, and hopefully that will be really helpful for you guys. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can stick around and see my other videos. I would love to have you here. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram because I find it really easy to connect with you guys and chat with you all there. So yeah, let's get into it. What is up, y'all? I know that there are a lot of other videos out there on YouTube that are super helpful on like how to start a YouTube channel, making money, and all of that. I thought I would just combine it all into one, cover a bunch of different territory. So I'm going to be going over actually starting a YouTube channel, like the very beginning steps, and then I'm going to go over tools and equipment that I use that make the whole filming and editing process a little bit easier and kind of step up your content. I'm going to go over YouTube growth, like growing a successful channel, making money on YouTube, how that even happens, how much you make, all of that, and then YouTube analytics, how to read those and how they can help you. But yeah, if you came for something in particular, I will leave the timestamp down below so you can go straight there and you can find the info that you need. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, first we're gonna start off with actually starting your YouTube channel, like the very beginning steps. And in my opinion, actually making the channel and posting your first video is one of the hardest steps. And I think a lot of that has to do with a fear of judgment. But what helped me is I started looking at it in a different way. I started thinking of it as, okay, I have an Instagram, I have a Snapchat, I have Twitter. What's different about YouTube? I just think of YouTube as starting another social media platform. So I just started to normalize it more, even if it was just in my own head. That was something that helped me. Like, it's just another social media platform. But I know that's different than other platforms because there's this different level of like transparency and you're putting yourself out there a lot more because you're videotaping yourself. But I just have to remind myself that no one cares as much as I think they do. That's kind of harsh, but no one is sitting around just putting your YouTube video on their TV and spending their entire day just thinking about you. I mean, if they are, I mean, that's some fan behavior and they're getting you another view, so I wouldn't mind that too much. But I think that judgment is always going to be something that we think is a much bigger deal than it really is. I feel like back in the day when YouTube was just starting, it was kind of a little bit more like, oh my gosh, she has a YouTube channel, whoa. But now it's just like so many people are doing it. I say just go for it. Judgment's always going to be something that you're dealing with. I still think, oh my gosh, like, do people think that's weird? But no one actually cares that much. And if someone is going to judge you, I just kind of tell myself, I'm sure they've wanted to start a YouTube channel at some point in their life, so you're just doing what they were too afraid to do. So I'm getting more specific with judgment. If you're afraid about judgment from friends, I just think about it as I would never judge my friend for doing something that they're passionate about. So that would just be pretty messed up if they were going to like make fun of me or judge me for being passionate about YouTube. I mean, if they're your real friends, that should not be something that they make fun of. Like, going along right with the topic of friends, I would really recommend having some type of support system right when you start your channel. I know that a lot of people don't really want to tell anyone about their channel and they kind of want to keep it a secret, but I think it's super beneficial to have like at least a few people that you tell about your channel, and you can send them your videos and be like, hey, can you give me some feedback on this video I filmed, and they can actually help you. For me, that was my brothers. I would send them my YouTube videos and they'd be like, Macy, you're not looking at the camera, look at the camera, because I would film these videos and just stare at myself in the viewfinder the whole time. I mean, it was my brother, so sometimes I get like kind of offended, but constructive criticism from friends can be super helpful. I see it kind of as like proofreading an essay, like, hey, can you proofread this video? I think that feedback can really help, and especially if it's coming from your friends, that can kind of make you feel more comfortable, like, okay, at least my closest friends know about my channel, it's not a complete secret, and that can kind of make you feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Another thing is finding your why. I don't think that this has to be something super complicated or super deep. It can be something as simple as I want to make fashion videos or I want to make someone laugh. For me, I just spent a lot of time watching YouTube. All of junior high and high school, I watched so many YouTube videos. I was always on YouTube and I was always making these like fake vlogs on my private Snapchat story and stuff. I just joked about being a YouTuber for so long that it came to the point where I was like, okay, I want to make YouTube videos. But over time, my why has definitely developed. I am now a college student, so now I love making videos about my life in college and I love sharing that with other people, and I like making like dorm advice and freshman year advice, so that's kind of part of my why. But definitely finding some type of reason why you're starting your channel is super important. Super similar to that is finding a niche. Some people say that you have to have like a super specific YouTube niche, like only cooking cooking videos, only health and fitness. But I find that the channels I love the most and some channels that are really successful kind of cover a bunch of different areas. Like I really like Whitney Simmons because she does fitness videos, but she also does beauty and lifestyles. Like you don't have to stick to one thing and only make videos on one certain topic and not stray. I'm not saying to do that, but for me, I'm a college student, so it's super easy to make videos about college because that's what I'm doing in my everyday life. It's definitely easier to make videos about something that you are interested in and something that's a part of your everyday life, because then you're not like going out of your way to be like some person that you're not on social media, if that makes sense. Like I don't work a 9-to-5 job, so it wouldn't make sense for me to give advice on working a 9-to-5 job. That might have been a dumb example. But yeah, finding your why and finding a specific niche to make videos about. But again, you can definitely venture out and try out different types of videos. I have a bunch of different videos. Some of them do better than others, but it's always fun to explore, so do not limit yourself to just one thing. But yeah, like I said, the hardest part is just starting. You're never gonna have the perfect first video. I mean, I know some people that just go like absolutely viral at the beginning, and that's amazing for them, but it's probably going to be maybe a slow start, and you're probably going to think it's just like so cringy at the beginning. But whether you blow up at the very beginning or if it takes a few years, there's no way to avoid that beginning phase. There's no way to avoid that first video, so just post it, embrace the cringe, and I promise it is not as bad as you think it is. The actual act of making a channel and all of that is super simple and free. It's just the working yourself up to do it is a little bit hard. And one last piece of advice for starting a YouTube channel is just know that it is definitely a lot of work. I'm not saying that to scare anyone away. I feel like a lot of videos like this where they give advice on how to start a YouTube channel, they're like, only do it if you are super serious. Like it is so much work. Like I'm not gonna sit here and scare anyone away, because I really encourage anyone to start a YouTube channel if they're interested in it. It's definitely not something that you can kind of just work on for like 1 or 2 hours a week and be done with it. I've definitely had a bunch of weeks like that, and I don't see much growth because of that sometimes, but it certainly takes a lot. You have to come up with content to film, content that you think might be useful or entertaining to people. Then you have to get ready for the video and film it and edit it, and it is a process. It might not be an overnight thing, and it takes time and hard work, but again, it is 100% worth it. There's for sure good months and bad months, but it's all worth it in the end, especially if you're passionate about it. Okay, next is tools and equipment that make the filming and editing process a little bit easier. I just want to start off by saying you don't have to go out and buy some super expensive camera and editing software and all of that. I mean, I always think to myself that Emma Chamberlain literally started vlogging on her phone, and now look where she is. Like, but yeah, I mean, the iPhone has an amazing camera. I wouldn't use the front camera. I would use the back because it's a lot better quality. But if you want to start a channel and you don't want to spend money on a camera, 100% I say use your phone. But if you do want to buy a camera, I think that the Canon G7X is like by far the best investment. I would say it's the best camera for beginners, but honestly, like it's the best camera for like big YouTubers too. I got mine to show you guys because I'm not filming with it right now, but it's this little handheld camera. It flips up so you can see yourself vlog. It's really good at autofocusing. But yeah, this is just like the best camera that will not fail you. So if you do want to make an investment, I would recommend this one. Audio is really good, especially for a little handheld one. So yeah, the one I'm using right now is the Canon M50 500. Does it say on the camera? I can't really tell. I got this camera because I could use an external microphone and I wanted to improve my quality, and I just wanted to invest in a better camera for sit down videos. So you can definitely get new equipment as you go along. Another tool that has saved me so much time and has saved my life is epidemicsound.com. Finding music to use in your YouTube videos, you guys, before this website, it was such a hassle. I would like search copyright free music on YouTube, and then I would download it using YT to MP3. It was just like the biggest ordeal. And then about 3 months later, I would always get these emails saying, oh, the owner of this music has now copyrighted your music and your video has been taken down. Like, it was the biggest hassle. But with Epidemic Sound, you pay about $15 a month, and it just saves so much time. But there's so much different music to choose from, and it's all really good, copyright free. It won't get taken down. And I love the music that I find on that website, and it's really good for vlogs. So, and also TubeBuddy is another thing that I pay for monthly. I think TubeBuddy is $10 a month, but TubeBuddy is a YouTube extension. It was definitely found by the creators of YouTube, and it is super useful in helping you find what to title your videos, what keywords to include in your videos, what other people are searching for, the type of video that you're going to post. It really helps with keyword searches and tagging your videos and all that stuff to help your videos pop up. I honestly do not use TubeBuddy as much as I should, especially since I'm paying for it, but that's another really good tool, especially for YouTube growth if you're trying to put your video on more people's algorithms. Another thing is editing software. If you guys have a Mac, iMovie comes with the computer for free, or it might be an app you have to download, but I know for a fact that iMovie is free, and iMovie has everything that you need to edit your videos. So if you want to start off with that, you can do that. But also, I would really recommend doing the free trial of Final Cut Pro. Again, this is if you have a Mac. It's in the App Store, and you literally get a 90-day free trial, which is insane. That is 3 months of free editing, and Final Cut Pro is such a good editing software. Again, it's just something that takes your editing to the next level. Okay, now for growth. This is something that I was like, okay, I don't even know if I can talk on this because I need to take my own advice. There are so many things I want to talk about that I know I could do better at, but still, I'm I'm gonna share them because I know that they work and I know that they are super helpful. I just am not the best at following them. But the number one thing, you will hear this on any type of video that is on the topic of starting a YouTube channel, and that is upload, upload, upload. When you're consistent, it just makes such a difference. Again, this is something that I need to get better at myself. I am not saying post every single day. That is something that's just unachievable, and you're probably not going to keep up with that in the long run. But uploading a lot not only helps the YouTube algorithm push your videos out, but also gives viewers a reason to subscribe to your channel. Say they come to your channel and love your video and they love watching you, but they look around at your channel and you haven't really posted anything else, they're probably not going to subscribe. For this, I really recommend a posting schedule. Like if viewers know that they can come to your channel every single Wednesday and there's going to be a video for them to watch, that's going to make them want to come back because they know that there's going to be something consistent for them to see. Consistency is key for the sake of the YouTube algorithm and for the sake of getting people to subscribe to you and stick around. Another thing is creating a loyal audience. You don't really want people to come to your video, watch it once, and then just leave and not stick around for your channel again. Creating a connection with the people that watch your video is so important. I found that for me, the YouTubers that I love watching the most are the ones that share so much about their life and are super connected to their audience, and they're just always in communication with their viewers and being really open, and I feel like making a connection is so important because having a loyal following is like the most valuable thing you could ever have, I swear. And to do this, I recommend making videos where they can see your personality and you can open up with them and reply to YouTube comments and really just establish that connection, and make sure to plug your Instagram on your YouTube channel so that they can follow you on Instagram too and they can just see all these different types of your life. But making that connection with your audience and making sure that they know that you appreciate them is so important. I love when I'm watching YouTubers and they are just super thankful and they thank you for their milestones and all of that. So yeah, being grateful and being connected to the people that watch your videos is going to make your audience so valuable. Another thing for growth is just doing little things that make your videos just aesthetically pleasing, or doing little things that you say in each video, whether that's a little catchphrase or whether you show yourself making a cup of coffee every morning. Doing little things like that is again another form of consistency. Reviewers are like, oh yeah, I know this girl, she does this every video. It's hard, I don't really know what my brand is, but creating kind of consistent thumbnails that are cohesive and kind of go with each other. Again, they don't have to all look the same, but when someone sees them, they can be like, oh yeah, that's Macy Thompson, I'm gonna watch that video because I saw her last one. And other little things like reminding your viewers to subscribe. Like guys, for example, if you haven't subscribed, do it right now. Click this little button. See? Just reminding them throughout the video because sometimes I know a lot of people forget, but as a YouTuber, subscribers are something that you just really cherish, and sometimes when people are watching the video, they just kind of forget. Another tip for growing your YouTube channel is to comment on other YouTubers' videos. So what I would do is, say you post a clothing haul. Go on YouTube, search clothing haul, and then sort it by most recent, and you could sort it as most recent today, and that'll go through and show you all the YouTubers that have posted clothing hauls just today, and go comment on their videos, and don't make it sound like a robot or anything like that, because as soon as you do that, then it's just what's the point? But if you kind of try to establish these relationships and make YouTube friends, then it's super fun, and you could comment oh my gosh, love that shirt, I just posted one too if you want to support it. If you're just open about wanting to subscribe to each other and support each other, I think that's amazing, and that kind of forms this whole YouTube community. Okay, making money. This might be where a lot of you guys skip to because everyone wants to know. I still have friends that are like, wait, do you make money off of YouTube? And I just forget that that's something that's definitely not kind of well known by a lot of people. So to make money on YouTube, you get paid through this thing called Google AdSense, and to even be qualified for Google AdSense, your YouTube channel has to hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. When I started, I didn't really think that I would ever really make money. I knew that was a possibility, and I knew that YouTubers did make money, but I had no idea how that was going to happen or how long it was going to take. I remember when I hit 500 subscribers, I was like, wait, I need 500 more to be qualified to make money? It was confusing. And you need 4,000 watch hours, which seems like a lot of time, but if you are posting content and if you're being consistent, I feel like you can hit that mark a lot sooner than you think. But for me, that was something that was 4,000, what? Yeah, those are the two requirements. You can search more about that. But then also, when it comes time to actually make money, I remember it was this whole process. YouTube had to send something to my home that was a piece of paper with a code on it, and then I had to type in that code, and they had to do 3 different steps to verify that it was me. But it made me really grateful because I realized that the money wasn't going to be going to the wrong place. So yeah, from when I actually hit the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hour mark to when I actually got my first paycheck, I want to say it was 2 or 3 months, just because the whole verification process took a while. I don't know if that's been changed or sped up or anything like that, but I remember my first check was for $121, and a lot of it came from my college move-in vlog. And you get paid once a month through Google AdSense. It's a direct deposit, and making money is seriously such a cool thing from YouTube. I am so grateful for it. It's I'm a college student and that's my job. It's amazing. I'm literally so thankful for it every single day. But it's kind of a tricky thing. I'll have some really good months where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, and then I'll have some other months where my views are super low and the money isn't even comparable to the month before. So it's not something that's only gonna go up upward. It's not something like, oh, as you get more subscribers, you're 100% gonna get more money. It all has to do with views. It has nothing to do with subscribers. People ask me how much money I make per video, and that is like literally depends so much on each video. But without getting too technical, you get paid based off this thing called CPM, which is basically cost per 1,000 views. I'm an advertising and PR student, so I kind of geek out over this stuff. But some videos have really high CPMs, and I will make a lot more on those videos. I can't really explain it. I think it's because some videos have a really specific niche, and advertisers know what to target on those types of videos. Like, for example, one video that I made that made a lot of money was my decorating your dorm room tips and tricks video. That one made a lot. I think that's also because it was a really specific video, like advertisers could kind of target it better, but I know that my CPM was higher for that one. And then other videos will make a lot less, but a pretty good ballpark range is that my videos will make around $10 per 1,000 views. Again, some videos are a lot higher than that, and that's where they make a lot, and I'm like, whoa. And then some videos where they're kind of just like, I don't know, they can make less. And I'm not gonna lie, it's insane that YouTube can turn into a business. If you want to turn your YouTube into that, I don't think that's a bad thing. I just would say do not have money be the main reason for your YouTube, because that's gonna drive you crazy. Like I said, there's good months and bad months, and if I was only doing it for the money, that would just be really stressful. But I think another reason why you should not only be doing YouTube for the money, obviously there's other reasons, but a lot of the money that you initially make is most likely going to be put back into your YouTube channel. Like for me, I started making money and I was like, oh well, now I need a new camera, and then I need a microphone, and then I need these editing presets, and it kind of just like there's little expenses that you spend at the beginning. It just might take a while to make the money, and then the money that you first make is probably going to be put back into your channel. So yeah, it's definitely a big motivation for making videos, and that's an amazing thing that you can do on YouTube, and I am so thankful that YouTube has turned into my job. I am nowhere near the point of this becoming a full-time job for me. Thankfully, I'm a college student, so I really only need a part-time job. I just would be really upset if money was the only reason I was posting, because with all the highs and lows, it would probably drive me crazy. And it does drive me crazy. It's really hard to see the low months, and it makes me really think, oh my gosh, I should be doing more, and it's kind of hard. But as long as it's not your main reason for posting, then you are totally fine. Going right along with the low months really getting to me, that goes with Google Analytics. If you guys don't know, once you start a YouTube channel, it'll show you your YouTube studio, where it shows you every single detail about your YouTube videos, where guys, it can be kind of brutal sometimes. It can show you exactly where people click off your video. It'll show you exactly how long people watched your video for, like the average. Say you post a 15-minute video, you might have an average watch time of like 5 minutes. Like it'll show you how much revenue you're making every single day, and it will compare it to the months before. And when you log on to YouTube Studio, it can be super stressful sometimes, because when you're doing good, it'll show all these green arrows and it going up, and it'll show these amazing percentages and everything will be green. And then when your channel's not doing so well, it will have a bunch of red down arrows. And if you're like me, you'll get really crushed by these numbers. I will be like, oh my gosh, like why is no one clicking on this video? Why did people not watch this for a long time? But I have the biggest piece of advice for that, and that is to not take your results too personal, or don't take them personal at all. I would just use them as a way to grow. I would see why people are clicking off at a certain time in your video, or why certain videos did better than others. Maybe they were more helpful, maybe they were more specific and people knew what to click on. I will just get so crushed and offended. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I am losing some subscribers and my video didn't do as good. But I just have to realize, like, it's never that deep. I just think about all the YouTubers I watch that I don't watch every single one of their videos. I can think of 3 YouTubers right now that I absolutely love, and I just haven't watched their videos in 2 months. It doesn't mean that I don't like them or don't support them. I just, sometimes they'll post a really clickbaity video and I'll click on it, and that video might do really well for them. But that doesn't mean that I dislike their other videos. It's just analytics, and it's kind of hard. For me, my most popular video is my college move-in vlog, and that was because YouTube really pushed it out onto a bunch of people's algorithms, and then all of a sudden they kind of stopped. Like that video has not been on people's algorithms for the longest time. I was like, oh my gosh, like why are people not watching that video anymore? But it's not like people are going out of their way to like avoid my YouTube videos. A lot of it has to do with YouTube not putting it on people's home screens. That's another thing that analytics will show you. It will show you how people are getting to your videos, and I would really use that. It can show you if people are searching your name, if people search specific keywords. So really use Google Analytics to your advantage. Yeah, that's all for Google Analytics. I'm trying to think of other advice or just like tips I have. I think a really big thing is providing value. It doesn't mean like you have to sit down and teach a lesson every time you film a YouTube video, but I think the videos of mine that have the most engagement or maybe do better than others are the ones where I provide some type of value, whether that's advice on how to decorate a dorm room, or if that's a video on advice I have for college and how I got through hard times. I feel like sometimes when I open up a bit more and provides some more value, that kind of does better. And I think that if you have a really good balance of entertainment and value, that's just kind of like the YouTube sweet spot, and that balance is again something I'm still trying to nail down. I'm sharing all this advice and I hope you guys know that it does not mean that I 100% execute all of this perfectly, but again, it's stuff that has helped me grow so far, and it's stuff that I know that if I did more of would really help me. I honestly think that is all I have, which I'm probably gonna drive myself crazy because as soon as I end this video I'm probably gonna think, oh, I should have said that. So if I end up having enough to make a part 2, I'll definitely film that, or if it's just enough to add to the comments, I'll do that. But if you guys have a YouTube channel and you want to share your advice or any tips or tricks, definitely comment those down below, because again, the comments can kind of be a community where you guys can check out each other's videos. If you are a small YouTuber just starting, feel free to ask for questions and we can all just kind of reply to one another. Again, I really want my comments to be more of a... My dogs are going crazy. But I really want my comments to be kind of like a community where everyone can talk and I can hang out with y'all, so that'll be fun. My dogs are officially going crazy, so I think that's my cue to end this video. But thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you so much. Again, if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Look at my cute little sleeves. Also, make sure to subscribe if you have not already. My doorbell is ringing. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.